So you've got it, that creative spark, an amazing eye for design, a real passion for transforming spaces. But how do you take all that raw talent and actually turn it into a business, a real, thriving, profitable business? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into today. And this quote from the absolute legend, Mary V. Knackstedt, just hits the nail on the head. If it is all done for love, we may never finish or get paid. You see, that's the central tension, isn't it? Your passion is the engine, for sure, but profitability, that's the fuel that keeps it running. The real magic happens when you find the balance between the two. Which leads us right into our first big idea, this concept of the artist versus the CEO. To really make it as a creative entrepreneur, you have to get good at being both. It's all about learning how to wear two very different but equally crucial hats. Now look at that word on the screen, and. It's so important because these two roles, they're not fighting each other. They actually empower each other. The visionary artist is the one dreaming up these incredible concepts, right? But it's the strategic CEO who builds the business framework that makes those dreams a profitable reality. A successful business actually gives you the freedom to be even more creative. Okay, so wearing both of those hats starts with something really fundamental. We're talking about the founder's mindset. Before you even draft a business plan or pick out a logo, you have to take a moment for some serious self-reflection. You gotta ask yourself, honestly, am I built for this? And that starts with a pretty tough question. Are you truly self-motivated? I mean, really, when you're the boss, there is nobody else there to push you. Nobody to get you through a tough supplier delay or a client who wants a fourth round of revisions. That fire, that drive, it has to come completely from you. Next up, you have to be realistic about your own energy levels. Running a design business isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. You're constantly running between site visits, client meetings, and then spending late nights doing the books. It takes a ton of both physical and emotional stamina to ride the highs and lows without completely burning out. And finally, how do you handle making the call? Because as the founder, you are the final say on everything. You've got to make choices, whether it's about the perfect shade of paint or the right contractor, and you have to do it quickly and with confidence. You can't be paralyzed by the fear of getting it wrong. Because guess what? You will make mistakes. The secret is just to learn from them and keep moving forward. All right, so if you've done that self-assessment and you're thinking, yep, I'm ready, let's do this, then it is time to build your business blueprint. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty of laying the right legal and structural foundation for your new firm. First off, it really helps to know just how massive the world of interior design actually is. It is so much more than just decorating houses. The field is huge, with dozens of really fascinating and unexpected specialties, some of which are probably going to surprise you. For instance, you could specialize in designing the inside of spaceships, where literally every single inch matters for survival. Or what about prison design, creating environments that are actually focused on safety and rehabilitation? There's funeral home design, crafting spaces that provide comfort and peace when people need it the most. And even liturgical design for churches and other community hubs. The point is, no matter how wild or unique your niche is, you absolutely need a solid business structure to support it. And this right here illustrates the fundamental choice you're going to have to make. On one hand, you have a sole proprietorship. Super simple to set up, right? But it comes with unlimited personal risk. That means your home, your car, your savings, it's all on the line if the business goes under. On the other hand, you've got a corporation. Yeah, it's more complex to get going, but it offers limited liability. It basically builds a protective wall between your business assets and your personal assets. So your foundation is set. Now, let's talk about the lifeblood of your business, getting the right jobs. And this really is both an art and a science. It's about attracting and then choosing the projects that are going to build your reputation and your bank account. First things first, we need to completely reframe the word selling. Just forget all those negative, pushy stereotypes. For a designer, selling is not about convincing someone to buy something they don't need. It's about finding a potential client who has a problem that you can solve and then building a genuine relationship to help them solve it. Think of yourself as a consultant, not a salesperson. And when you're trying to decide which jobs to actually take on, this is the magic number to remember, 80-20. To make sure a project stays profitable and on track, about 80% of the work should be stuff you already know how to do well. That leaves you a nice 20% margin for creative risks, for trying new things, without putting the whole project in jeopardy. So where do these great clients come from? You gotta think strategically. Get connected with government officials who know about new construction projects before anyone else. Network with the owners of big office buildings or apartment complexes who always have new tenants moving in. And please, never, ever underestimate the power of your smaller clients. If you build a great relationship with them, that can lead to years of lucrative repeat business and glowing referrals. And this brings us to our final and I think most important section, designing for profit. I really want you to burn this idea into your brain. Making money enables your creativity. It does not limit it. Let me put it another way. Financial freedom is creative freedom, plain and simple. When your business is profitable, you're not in a position where you're forced to take every single project that comes your way just to pay the bills. You get the power to say no to the jobs that don't feel right, and a big resounding yes to the ones that truly light you up and inspire you. Now, check this out. This is a really fascinating piece of data. Research actually shows that the most profitable design firms tend to be either really small or really big. The small firms with maybe 1 to 5 people, they thrive because their overhead is super low. And the large firms with 50 or more people, they do great because of economies of scale. It's actually that middle ground that's often the toughest place to be, where firms can get bogged down with rising costs before they're big enough to be truly efficient. So you see, it's the artist and the CEO working together in harmony. Remember, profitability isn't the enemy of your creativity. It's the rocket fuel that makes it all possible. So the only question left is, what's the very first brick you're going to lay for your business?